But yeah, so you guys got some really cool cameras that you're releasing for this month, right? Aren't you doing like the 12 days of Christmas or 12 days of cameras or something?
12 days of Christmas. There's
talk
a
about
lot
that for a
lined
little
up. What was that?
Wait, so what's cooking with that?
It's pretty much all the work that we've been like cranking out, and we just really haven't had time to like post anything.
Yeah, we have so many photos to post.
You know,
we're so behind on everything.
Yeah, we're behind. We got stacked up with all the orders. To remind everybody, you know, I still work Monday through Friday from like 4 in the morning till like 2 in the afternoon. So still gotta come home. We have a family too. So. But we've been thanking everybody for being patient with us, and we just want to thank everyone that's been supporting us. And
so yeah, there's a lot of new drops coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of new drops. It's a lot lined up. We just sent out like maybe like 15 last week, and another like 4 today. Yeah, we just been falling behind, and my truck, the alternator gave out, so that's why we're like we might not be able to do the live stream because I was handling that with the mechanic and. We had to just catch up on all the errands today.
A lot of chaos.
Yeah, it's been chaotic.
Wow. Well, hey,
we're doing our best to get everything out. So
it sounds like maybe this could be turned into a full-time job. Maybe then you can just focus on just the cameras.
We've been discussing that. Where I was just like, maybe I should just leave my my day job and just stick to this, focus on this 100%. And we're still talking about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you do great work. You're gaining a lot of popularity, and I'm hoping a lot of my people are coming your way. I know Brian. Shout out to you if you're still here. I know you're working with. You're working with Brian a lot.
Brian's a man. He has a lot of cool ideas, and he's easy and understanding. He's a cool guy. Thank you, Brian. If you're listening, thank you, Brian.
He has the best ideas.
Yeah. I see it it seems like every day he's posting one of the new cameras that he's gotten from you guys. Or had you guys work on almost. I saw that he just did a Frankenstein one. I think that's his most recent one that he posted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, going back a little bit to what you were saying about your potentially consideration, maybe focusing on this full time. What's your reservations about doing it, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, what's holding me back, pretty much, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mainly because we have a son, so that's kind of
the
biggest worry. Like, if he leaves and we don't have, let's
say, like this,
enough sales.
Yeah, like for the month. We have to hit our cap for the month, and if we hit that goal, then it's doable. But as of now, like I need to see what January looks for us, and if it looks promising, then I think I'm gonna just make the jump.
Nice. Dude, that's awesome. Brian is here. He says he has 9 of your cameras. And honestly, each one is better than the last. That's really cool.
Wow.
There it goes. I basically just have to like tap it over and over again. Eventually it goes away. I'm thinking there's a conflict somehow in the buttons. There might be. I'll figure it out later. But yeah, he has 9 of them. And there's a couple of them that, I mean, I kind of want to get my hands on one day that you did. But that's really cool to hear that you're that close to potentially just making this a more full-time thing. I just want to see
what happens in January and just make the jump.
That's super exciting. I know for me, when I was, it wasn't for instant photography at all, but like what you're doing is you're running your own little business, and I was doing that on the side. I was buying, selling, and trading the toys and collectibles, mostly Lego. But I was working for somebody else, and eventually I was bouncing back and forth between a couple jobs, and it just got to a point where, you know what, I was making way more money for myself. Why not just go for it? Take that plunge. It is scary. It's
a scary jump. Yeah, it's scary to think about making the jump. But
yeah, I have been working for myself. Outside of having clients and things, running my own little business ever since I made that leap back in 10 years ago. In 2024, it'll be 10 years since I've been working just solely by myself. Well, not by myself, but like for myself. And so if I can do it, trust me, you can do it. So that's really cool, and that's also partly why I wanted to get you on the stream and get more eyeballs on the stuff that you're doing, because there's not a lot of people out there doing what you're doing at the level that you are doing it at.
Oh.
So I want to get you on there, get more people aware of you, get you some business, and now potentially working for yourself. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Quit that 9 to 5. Take that time and make some cameras.
Every day I think about it, I'm like,
He's like, is today gonna be the day?
yeah,
Is
really,
today gonna be the day?
it's really how it is every day. I'm just,
Yeah.
what's up with you? Anything new with you?
There's a couple things, but we got something here. We got just back from Epcot. Nice candlelight procession and a live stream. Nice. Oh, awesome. I was in Epcot back in February
Wow, time
back then.
flies.
So much fun. I know. Come on, go. Whoop, almost. There it goes. Double tap. Okay. Yeah. So I know recently, seen your post on social media. If you want to talk about a lot of it here, it's totally fine. Didn't really fully ask you about this prior to going live, but I see that there's a little bit of little something happening that you're trying to work through. Can you talk about that a little bit, or do you want to talk about that, or you just want
to? We could talk about it, but we just don't want to say their name.
Yeah,
that's fine.
We don't want to address the name yet.
Yeah, we don't want to address the name. But I mean, they know who they are, and those who follow us know who they are. So.
Yeah.
There's plenty of videos on our page, but yeah, I mean,
walk us through a little bit of what's happening.
So that we don't. So this is person or people.
There's a team that's pretty much replicating. Well, they're stealing our photos.
That's the most thing. That's like the most important thing.
Yeah. That
they're stealing our photos. Like, it's one thing for them to copy and paste our work,
or to be inspired. I mean,
it's like we don't mind. We don't care. Do what you gotta do, but just don't steal our photos. Like, don't.
Or replicate our work, because most people, if they see that online,
they think it's us. Yeah, they think it's us, and it's.
Yeah.
There's people that bought in from the other.
People have reached out. That's the biggest thing. People have reached out and have said, "Hey, I bought something I thought was yours, and it wasn't, and it looks, it's not great." They're trying to get like a refund from us, but we're like, "Oh, we did not make that camera."
We didn't make that camera. It's like, that's not us.
And
it's like, we know who the person is. Is like.
Yeah.
But they pretty much claim to be us, I guess.
Or like they copy and paste everything, our descriptions, the
everything.
photos, really
it's
everything.
Freaky. It's gotten to the point where it's just like.
It's almost like stalker behavior. It becomes like,
as soon as we post the photo on Instagram or on our shop
story, anything.
30 seconds later, it's up on their website, on their stories, and they're like, "Look at our new thing,
our new
like,
drop." Yeah.
And that's the thing. It really irks us. We just get really annoyed because sometimes we're like holding on to the images for a while. We're like, "Oh, this one's gonna be a really cool drop. It's like people are gonna love it." And as soon as we drop it, screenshot stolen. It's like posted on their site. Everything. We're just like.
More than anything, it's for the like customers that are like really like our clients. We have a lot of
personalized stuff that people ask for, and it's like.
Some things we don't post, and our clients ask us, "Hey, please don't post this. Please don't replicate this." We're like, "Of course," and then it gets replicated.
Yeah, we post it on Instagram to share it with people for them to see it, and it's like it gets screenshot, stolen, and
that's where it becomes an issue too, because then that's ruining our reputation.
Yeah, it really does.
Absolutely. Having your image stolen, especially your work. I mean, some of the stuff that you're doing, that's a whole other topic, but the stuff that you're doing, it's almost basically your intellectual property, and especially if it's a photo that you've taken of the thing that you've created.
That's our.
Yeah. Now, are they like taking that, and then obviously they're then selling their version of that camera, like down to the exact details?
It's freaky how much attention to detail they put. Like it's just freaky. There's things I would want to say. Maybe I'll say like off camera, like not off camera, but like off the live stream.
Sure.
But there's a lot of fine details where like, damn, this person really just focuses on that thing. Just,
they've even watched the last.
They've seen the last live stream. What was it for the Patreon? I believe for your Patreon.
Oh, how?
The last. live stream, not a live stream, but it
No.
was like an interview. The podcast.
The podcast. It was a
podcast. Okay, yeah, because I've had you on the as a on one of our
Zoom
club
call.
calls, which is it's privately locked down unless they're
Yeah, not
paying
that
to
one.
be there.
Yeah, no, it's not that one.
Because I could
Not
give
that
them the
one.
old
It
boot.
was the podcast. I'm sorry.
It was
Okay.
a podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, we know they've seen that one because there's a lot of like details.
Dialogue.
Yeah, everything that was in that video was like
They pretty much just, you can tell they watched it.
yeah, almost like an instructional video.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
And
Gotcha.
yeah, it's just downright creepy. Like the stuff that they're doing is just kind of freaky. Like if she makes a video, because she takes care of all the social media stuff, all the videos, all the photos, that's all her. And there's videos that we make. There's videos that we make as a family too. Like for Halloween, we did a couple of videos.
Those were replicated.
Those videos were replicated almost exactly,
Wow.
even down to the costume that we were wearing. The ones we did at Disneyland were like almost frame by frame, like rip off. We're just like
This sounds like legitimately just stalking, not just
yeah, it's creepy, man.
theft, but in copyright issues, but like it's actually like full on like stalking. Yeah, that's weird. And I'm sorry you're having to go through that. That's a tough situation to be in because like the more you make, the more I guess they're just gonna try and take from you. You're basically
just give them
feeding.
like a free catalog. It's like without them like putting their effort or work into like their own stuff.
Yeah,
They're just like, oh, I don't have to work on anything. Like I don't have to be creative. I don't have to like think up of something.
Yeah.
They're gonna post an image next week. We'll just take that and I'll just
Like our 12 days.
pretty much our 12 days is going into like their catalog, I guess.
Yeah, 12 days of Christmas.
And it sucks because it's like, man, it's like we work hard for this stuff.
Has their page like? Are they on like Instagram? Where are they?
They have an Instagram.
That's the thing. A lot of people have reached out and told us that they have done it on multiple websites, multiple apps. It's like all over. They're just running with it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
There's like no stopping them. We try to.
We blocked their main accounts and they still somehow
They were blocked on. They blocked us and somehow I don't know how many ghost accounts they have, honestly.
Yeah.
And they
that's the troublesome issue is that since you're a public, business, right? Basically, you're gonna run into the problem of like, well, you can just block somebody, but they can make another account and another one and another
exactly.
one. The only way you get around it is make your profile private, basically. But then again, you're cutting off business.
yeah, and it's just limited to whoever knows who we are.
We've even tried watermarks.
Oh, this is the crazy part. Go ahead, sorry.
And they remove the watermarks and place their own watermarks over our photos. And
AI now has, in Photoshop specifically, watermarks are pretty much useless these days because you can just tell Photoshop to remove the watermarks. Now, if you're doing a watermark where it's covering the entire image somehow and make the pattern like interweaving, that's more difficult to remove, even with AI. But that's the only way to help prevent that.
And then when we did that, we were kind of bummed out because it's like people can't really see like the detailed work, and it's like
Takes
fuck.
away.
Now our thing is just covered with the watermarks. We're just like, I wasn't happy about that. Like that we had to watermark our stuff.
Yeah, we pretty much tried everything to work around it, but
yeah,
nothing.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, the only thing I guess if I was in your shoes would be, you have to basically present with two options. One, quit. Give up, move on to something else, which for me, that's not it. I would use this type of thing as fuel, personally, to be better and basically run them out of town, essentially.
That's exactly what we're trying to do right now.
And just be better at everything you could possibly do to where no matter what they do, even if they rip your pictures down or take them, that once they ship that product and the person gets it, they're going to know this isn't the same quality that I saw in the photo. They'll get upset. Yeah. And then eventually they'll just hurt their own quote unquote reputation.
That's already happening.
It happened.
That's
someone bought from them. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Oh yeah, no,
Chris.
no, it's okay. No, it's okay. We'll circle right back to that. But like, just basically trying to add in as much that you possibly can. I know in the podcast we had mentioned like creating your own boxes, or I think in a private chat we were talking about like creating a certificate of authenticities and things like that.
Yeah.
That aren't shown, and then when they get them, don't even advertise that it comes with one of those, and just they can get in the box and.
There's little things like that that we don't advertise, that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
And those who receive it.
That's how we know when like people reach out and they're like, "Hey, I bought this," and we're like, "Oh, let me see it," and I'm like, "No, that's not us," because we have like little details that only we know about.
We know. Yeah.
Right. The sucky thing would be is like the person buying it won't know, right, that it's not what it is, because chances are the person that is purchasing has probably never even heard of you guys, right? They've probably heard of this other person. They're just seeing this picture and thinking that's what they're getting. Eventually, they'll catch up to that person because the sites that they're selling on, they might just get bad reviews enough to where the site just might not even allow them to sell anymore. Or if there are social media accounts that they've got, if we have enough people, we can just go get them banned and removed by reporting them over and over again. Instagram is really good about eliminating that. Instagram, the only way you could re-sign up again is, the way it works now is you pretty much have to have a Facebook account to have Instagram, because they're all kind of connected now. So even if you were to recreate a brand new Instagram page, it's still connected to your Facebook. So they would have to have multiple fake, essentially, Facebook pages to be able to get an Instagram account.
A lot of time.
So, but yeah, that's really discouraging and really annoying to hear. But is it? Here we go. Someone's asking us. Is it possible to watermark your stuff with your website? So before you answer that, my answer to that would be yes, but it doesn't stop them from still taking the image and putting it on their own website or their own social media. So, well, I figured it out. I got to do a fast tap, double tap, like a triple tap almost.
But like you said, pretty much get better. We do have a lot of stuff coming.
Oh, we have a lot of exciting stuff.
Yeah.
We can mention it. We can't say a lot of like. So Spotify hit us up. We made a camera for them, like a specific station. We won't say anything because they can't. They're gonna resell it till like what, March?
Yeah, they release in March.
So stay tuned for March.
March, we have that coming. We work with a celebrity.
Yeah, it's a Latino musician.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
And that's gonna be for what, January?
I believe so. Yeah, next year. So next year, beginning of next year,
there's a lot of exciting stuff. Yeah.
And then stuff that we're working on to like for the cameras. Like
we have a lot of great new ideas, and we're just like, all right.
A lot of new releases.
And you don't do this full time?
I know.
Oh man, it's like
it's coming. It's near.
There's a lot of great ideas cooking right now.
Yeah. That sucks that you're dealing with this other person, but I feel that it'll probably just take some time. Eventually, either they'll get bored and just not want to make the cameras anymore.
That's what we thought. But they've been going on for almost a year now.
Yeah.
And we're like, wow, like they're still going. And the thing that really pissed me off the most was one of the cameras that we made specifically for the TMNT guy. The TMNT van guy.
Sure.
Jason,
yeah. We made a camera for him.
Yeah, super nice guy. We've met with him. And he has a really busy schedule because he tours with Vanilla Ice. And he made time for us. Yeah. And we made just,
specifically for
him. It's his car with his license plate and everything. And then she just...
And that was like one of her most sold one. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, it really sucks. That one really pissed me off the most.
Also, Grinch.
The Grinch, that was specifically for...
really good client.
Yeah.
Really good.
That guy displays. Ham and Brian are like the top dogs when it comes to like film junkies, like OG, like.
Yeah, he's been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
That really upset us because He's
She
like, please.
specifically asked not
said,
to.
Yeah, he said, I have an
replicate it.
idea for Christmas time. He said, I just asked that you don't replicate it. We're like, of course. So we posted it, and then, yeah, that one got, of course, posted to her page.
And we don't know if he's like mad at us because he thinks that we posted it, but
Hopefully he's not upset.
we
have to reach out.
If he watches Just Another Chris, hopefully he sees that that we didn't post it. It's
We're
not
not
us.
selling it.
Yeah. Well, you never know. I'm always surprised about who watches my stuff. Sometimes it's interesting. Or I reached out to somebody like, hey, you want to be on my podcast? Because I've got a bunch of people lined up for podcast episodes, and they're freaking out. I'm like, they're like, oh my gosh!
I still get nervous. Yeah, we still get all like, shoot, like
I'm shaking right now. I guess you can't even see, but I get jittery.
Yeah, we get pretty jittery still. Our lighting's pretty horrible
I
too.
know, it got really dark.
Yeah, it's okay. I can help you out with that. When you start going full time, we'll get you a studio built so where you can do your own live stuff. You can start showing off your stuff in the most epic way that the other person wouldn't be able to replicate at all without legitimately stealing it, but like taking the photos. But at that point, everyone will already know that or become familiar with your set, your photo, your style, and so it doesn't matter. So imagine if we flip roles and this was your YouTube channel about making your cameras and you're showing off everything all the time. You have your own recognizable set, right? And then somebody tries to like, oh, I'm going to steal that idea. I'm going to steal their photo. Everyone's going to know, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone's going to know exactly where it is and then know the name doesn't match that photo.
Yep.
So that's what you got to do.
Right now.
That's what we got to get you going on.
That's what we're saying. Next year is like our year because we have so much exciting stuff coming. Yeah. Like we're not even worried about it. We weren't even going to talk about this person, but I mean, it's always good to kind of let people know.
Yeah, we kind of want to let people know, beware.
Be careful who you buy from. That's really it. Just be careful who you're buying from.
And another thing is that what do they say? That they're pretty much advertising that their camera works, that it's in working condition and stuff. But we got in people that bought from her and then reached out to us and they're like, yeah, the camera doesn't work. It jams, or the paint, or it won't inject the photo because the paint that they're using is like.
I'm like, don't go too much into detail.
Well, stuff. I mean, that's just normal stuff. It's normal complaints. I mean, think about it from my perspective or my point of view. Like I talk in a way negative about Polaroid. Sometimes it's just the way it is. So I mean, what you're doing is probably just fine. And I don't know. I think just don't let. Obviously, you're doing really well. I wouldn't let it bother you too much. It's still a bummer. It's still there, but you can't stop that from happening. But all you can do is make it the best quality, get you high as you can, and build your reputation up. And honestly, I would probably just look into making your own style of photos that is uniquely to you, and that way you can build that brand, that name, by recognizing the photos that people will know.
That's why we started doing it like on the balcony, because it's like our it's the window like on our balcony. It's our sliding door on the balcony. So
you can literally see my reflection in most of the photos. But I mean, like you said, building a set would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something recognizable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you're just in your living room right now, but that could work. I can already tell. It could look really good. But oh man, it's like tech nightmare day. My Wi-Fi, so I think I just need to get a new router because the Wi-Fi cuts in and out. It has been doing that for the last couple of weeks. And so my comment, so I guess if people are leaving comments, I can't see them. I just noticed that I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. So let me pull up that's why I have this as like my backup. So I can actually go over to the chats and see. Okay, cool.
Too harsh?
Perfect.
No, it's just too dark in the back.
Yeah, so... Well, I mean, we're...
Sorry.
So outside of cameras... I know we kind of talked about this during the podcast, but I'm curious. We did that podcast a while ago, but I'm curious to see if you've given it any more thought about adding anything new into your lineup of like products. I know we kind of talked about you guys started doing those like lamps and stuff before you started doing custom cameras. And since then,
I started with the lamps.
yeah, since then, people have actually been reading some of the comments on some stuff. They've actually seemed interested in that. You think you'll be able to ever start doing that again?
The thing is, finding like junk cameras. To me, if a camera if it looks bad on like the outside and it's just a bunch of scuffs and scratches and it's still good, I'm not gonna destroy that camera just for a lamp. I need to. It needs to be like an actual junk camera or something electrical that I can't fix.
So that's another thing. He fixes a lot of the internals. So
Yeah.
when he really can't fix them, that's when we.
I'm like, all right, this is a junk, or this is my. I call it the graveyard. I have my like box of like parts, and so if something breaks on the camera, I'm like, all right, well, let me dig through my graveyard to see if I have extra pieces. And
He's
but as far as making the lamps, it's kind of really hard to find like actual junk cameras, because to me, Polaroid cameras just never die. They just
there's always a lot of potential in a camera. That's the thing.
They were built to last back in the day. They're not like the new Polaroid now, where like you drop it and just
Done.
it's done.
What about? I don't know how much your 3D modeling skills is, but you thought maybe 3D printing those things to make into other stuff.
That's another thing that
That's like part of the stuff that's coming next year.
Thing. So you're like right on the money on like the things that we're gonna have planned.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 3D printing is it's in the works.
I'm pretty sure all of you guys know, because most of the questions you guys might have are pretty much like related to that kind of stuff, right? Like
what 3D printing?
Like what new stuff we're coming with. Obviously the 3D.
It's exciting stuff. I wish we could share more. If there wasn't like, that other person, the other team, then
we would have spilled everything.
But
yeah, it's okay.
Slowly.
Brian says he's got some broken cameras he needs to send you.
Oh, there you go.
So you got some there.
Some like actual junk camera. Then we can start doing something fun.
He did reach out before about making the lamps, so maybe that's.
Yeah, I told her like I can't destroy a camera just for the heck of it, just for profit. No, I can't do that.
What was the other camera that we picked up? Remember the one that you ended up fixing?
With the 670s?
No, was it one of those?
Oh, one of these. Oh, well, that's my brother. So I got this one. I bought it in Hollywood off a person. They're like, yeah, this camera doesn't work no more. Give me $10 for it. And I was like,
yeah, of course.
All right, well, I'll just use that as a junk camera. Like,
we were gonna use it to start testing these.
We wanted to like take them apart and like try to customize these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I ended up fixing it, and it works perfectly fine. And I was like, well, now I can't junk it because it works. And I was like, I know it was $10, but still, like, it's a working camera. I can't destroy it. I just can't.
Yeah, that's a tough call to do. I would have the same issue. But yeah, broken cameras, they honestly, I rarely find broken cameras. Every time I use them, they always work.
Yeah, they always work. I'm just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very hard to find like an actual junk camera.
Well, that's what 3D printing comes in. There's models online too that you can purchase and then use for like commercial use, so you can resell it. There's some people that don't care about that. And then you can just print them and tweak them, and then you have a shell.
Well, like he said, that would be perfect for lamps if we want to put more lamps out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be really cool.
As far as lamps, let me see. There's a couple other things. Yeah, I was like, I can't really say much. But
no, that's fine.
There's a lot of fun stuff coming, man. Stay tuned, Chris.
Well, I'm excited to see what you got coming down the pipeline. I still need to hit you up with some stuff I want to have made. I think I have a couple cameras over there I could send you to work on. I think there's like
just not say anything on the internet because they will steal it. Just like what's the one that you mentioned that they stole right away? Surfer Boy. We wanted to surprise you and make it for you. We're like, oh, let's just make it for him, send it to him so he could be. Because I know you're doing the Stranger Things stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was during that time.
Yeah, it was during that time when you were
during the Halloween. That would have been really fun. It's so what?
And we're like, shh. shit. It's just,
Yours would be 20 times better than theirs.
Oh, he's up.
Yeah.
Sorry, our son just woke up.
Oh, that's okay. That totally happened. Oh, Grumpy says use the Polaroid Now Plus. Useless anyway. I think I got one I can send as sacrifice for that. Yeah, that thing doesn't do much.
Some people have asked, actually. I think some people want to send theirs in. But, I mean, then we risk kind of like really breaking it. You know, we're like,
Yeah. You might just have to try, like, just go to Facebook Marketplace, try and find, like, a Polaroid Now. Like, kind of like what you just were doing. Even if it does work, find one for kind of cheap. You can still find them for, like, $40, $50. And then just use it as a sacrificial one, just one time, just to work on it.
that's true.
It'd probably be beneficial.
Then we don't know if you guys even like those. You know, like, you know, most people complain about them. So we're like, is it even worth going down that road, down that
road, that path,
you know, down that road. There you go.
I'm
just hearing my son crying, and I lost my train of thought.
No, it's all good.
Sorry.
That's totally fine. Now, is that the Rugrats one that you have in the background? Which one's that?
This was a Monsters Inc. one.
Oh.
You guys can see the screen can.
I think I just saw you post that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Here, I go full screen.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, they're going full screen, though. People can see it a little bit better.
I don't even know where the camera is. I feel so old right now.
Yeah, that one's really sweet. You're doing sonars. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. Pretty sweet.
He had one up there, and it was unreleased, and I'm like, no, don't post that. You have to remove it.
Wow, that's pretty bad that you can't even just show off your own stuff. That can be really discouraging.
I mean, it's for the 12 days of Christmas, so it'll still get posted soon.
Right. Have you guys thought about doing a like a Patreon, like a members thing only, where then people maybe can get first access to stuff, locked down a little more tightly? Yeah. You can kind of sift through the riffraff. That's true.
So we were gonna ask you for advice, because we did kind of set it up, but we just haven't, like, I guess, do the pricing and all the details. It's like there, but then again, we're super busy, so we need to come to you for advice on that.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. More than willing to help you out. I would say it would depend on what you'd be offering in there, you know, and what basically what the patron could get. If it maybe it is just as simple as supporting. So there's a lot of strategies. Some work, some don't. Like right now, my Patreon, it fluctuates. It goes up and down. People come, people go. Just having a conversation with Brian about that last night, actually. We were talking about the club. And for those that I haven't announced it, I was hoping to do it today. Partly why I built my Christmas set. Wrong button. There it is. I was building my Christmas set to announce this fun Christmas thing that I'm doing for Patreon members. So if anybody wants to go join the Spitfire Club at any level, the dollar level, above, whatever, I'm doing a members-only giveaway this month. Haven't officially announced it, so for anyone that is here still and want to get in the club and get in early, only members, any level. You can just join in, then after it's over, you can cancel, whatever. But I recommend, boosting up that donation and sticking around, because there's some fun stuff that happens in there that isn't seen anywhere else. So you can start checking out. Link is in the description. There we go. I'll go back to that. I remember my buttons. I got so many of them over here. And some of them work, some of them don't, apparently. Let's see here. We got Grumpy dropping in. He's saying, Film Junkie, are you painting the graphics or printing them on?
Yeah, so that's all vinyl. It's just a bunch of on your back.
No, I can.
It's all vinyl work.
Yeah, so these are vinyl. It's vinyl, like that.
Oh yeah, the critique. I love
there you go. Yeah, all that. It's crazy. The level of detail you put into this thing. Even the battery.
A lot of layering.
It's slightly out of focus. Hang on. There we go.
There you go.
Much better. Yeah, look at that. Such good work. Yeah, I need to take it to Disneyland and shoot with it. That'd be fun. I went too many times this year. I can't go back.
Oh man.
And then, well, and it's funny is the last time I went, I didn't anticipate actually going, so I didn't bring this camera. It just kind of worked out while I was working. I was working across the street from it. Didn't know if I'd have time, but I did. I went for 4 hours.
That's good enough. Yeah, our pass is done.
Yeah, we gotta get a new pass.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Little man woke up. So.
Oh, that's all right. There was a question. What was it? I said something. You were talking about the Polaroid. Oh yeah, right as you walked out, we were talking about the Polaroid Now Plus, and using that as a sacrificial camera. That's what we're talking about.
But I was saying, I don't know if a lot of people would be into that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing with this is like, well,
sometimes the settings are.
There would be a lot of issues. Like if something were to go wrong, I would literally have to buy a brand new camera just to try to like replace it. And we're just like, nah, I don't think it's gonna be worth it to like. I'm not gonna be spending $100 and something every time a camera breaks, because there are a lot of issues where sometimes the paint, it just won't like stick and it just kind of runs off and it's a mess. So there goes that camera, goes to the graveyard. I'm just like, maybe I'll figure something else to do with it, and it sucks. So there's a lot of
ideas for that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of hiccups.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, there are some hiccups that happen. Maybe 1 in 30 cameras we have an issue.
That's what the graveyard is for.
Yeah.
Brian's saying Jazz hand cuts the details for the cameras, and the ones on his Frankenstein camera are next level.
Oh, I hand drew. Okay, so maybe mix it up a little bit. I don't hand cut them, but I hand drew the Frankenstein that he wanted, because they pretty much didn't. How do I even say this? Pretty much just hand drew it, so it could be the vision that he had. It was a very specific Frankenstein. It was from like Universal Studios, I think he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and so I hand drew those for him.
Grumpy wants to know the best way to contact you to get something made.
Oh, Grumpy Mom.
Instagram.
Yeah.
We're always very active there.
We are Film Junkies. Instagram at We Are Film Junkies. We're on Etsy under Film Junkies.
You can message us on Etsy.
Yeah, there should be a link in the description. I'm pretty sure I left it there. I scheduled this live stream like last week. I'm pretty sure I put it there. The link to go and get in contact with you guys. Are you selling your custom made cameras just directly through Instagram, or are you still selling on like Macari or your own website?
Macari's kind of done for. We still have it up.
Yeah.
In case people just want to like view stuff, but
some people reach out there, that's why we keep it up.
Main shop is Etsy now. Etsy and Instagram. We get a lot of people like the Latino artists. They hit us up through Instagram. Spotify hit us up through Instagram. And so people still find us through Instagram and Macari, but the main shop is through Etsy. Yeah.
Nice. Now Instagram has the shop feature. If you look into doing that to be able to have your stuff just ready to click and buy for people, makes it simpler.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know jack about social media.
I was telling him I feel so old because I was trying to show the camera and I can't even put it in the center. But it's because I'm a full-time mom, so my brain is not here sometimes.
Understandable.
But yeah, I need to figure out those details too. I need to connect the shop to that.
Yeah, I think you guys would do really, really well. Now, I will say, as a cautionary thing, because you're growing, and that's what we want, right? We want to get you out there. We want more people coming in. You're doing this full time, but as you start doing that, you do get more eyeballs on your stuff. You do start attracting the bigger companies, and they're going to start seeing the stuff that you're making. This is probably not under the copyrightable type things.
That's what we're kind of starting doing original stuff now, like original artwork. That's why
there you go.
That's what we're kind of leaning towards too.
Yeah, so next year well, actually, we have one coming this year, right?
Yeah,
This month.
there's one coming out this month.
Our original
artwork.
Yeah.
Because we had one for the fall. That was the first one, and it did very well. I was like, oh shit, people like our stuff. Like, that's the one thing we're scared. Like original artwork, we're like, let's just test the water for the fall, and it did well. So now winter, I think maybe in a week. We'll drop it in a week.
It's a little.
It's still in the works.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a little late, I guess. But
Mock-up is ready. Everything's ready. I just gotta
get to work.
Yeah, get to work pretty much.
Yeah, the idea is to get you guys, to where you're just, pumping them out like a little factory assembly line, and you're doing super well.
That's how it is right now. And it's
just us two.
Right, with like a crew of people working there, and then it'll just be your own work, right? 100% solely your designs, period. And then do fun giveaways with like themed ones, because then you wouldn't be able to sell those type of things without getting the licenses and all that stuff. We
did something fun. I'm sorry. We did something fun for for winter, right? For the Christmas sale, we had a golden ticket.
Oh yeah, the golden ticket.
The golden Polaroid.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it went out, so
it just got shipped. Yeah.
So whenever they reach out to us, you guys will see that too.
We're trying to come up with more ideas.
Fun ideas, so people.
Oh, there you go. Look, he said.
Yeah, it was based off his Universal Studios designs. 25th was for his 25th wedding anniversary. They nailed it. It's perfection. He's also saying he wants an original. Let's talk.
Of course, Brian.
Of course he does. He needs them all.
Tell him send me a piece of that fried turkey though.
Maybe we can trade turkey for a camera.
Oh man.
He's deep frying one. I said. I think, or frying
a lot of fun. It's been really fun. We look at each other and we're just like, oh crap, like
hitting a lot of new states.
Yeah, a lot of new states, a lot of new countries. We're like, wow, people like our work, and it's really, it feels good. Like just to, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but it's great. It's a good feeling. Just
yeah. Heck yeah. Why wouldn't it? Yeah. You're doing so well. I mean, you're already working with a big name brand coming up and probably some other ones. That's incredible. And you guys haven't even really necessarily been doing it all that long, So you're already like just zooming.
Yeah, that's the exciting part.
Yeah, we're really like stoked about when it was this. We got a random message on Instagram. We're like, do we trust them?
We
need to talk in private. Could we have your phone number? We're like,
it was they scheduled a phone.
It was pretty much like the promoter for the artist.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, all right. I was like, I'll talk. Like, so I sent him my number and we talk. And I was just like, oh, okay. I guess this guy's legit. Or, hey, we're making a camera for this artist. I don't know the artist. It's
they're really popular right now.
I guess they're really popular. Yeah. They're really hot artists. So we're just like, oh, all right. And we just treated them like any other customers. Like, we weren't gonna, hey, this is an artist. It's just our work is always gonna be the same for every person. It's gonna be 100%. We give attention to everybody 100%. It's just because you're famous is not we're gonna like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it makes it worse.
Gets the same love from us. The same love.
That's what I like.
That's what I like to hear. Like we want to be treated. So.
Yeah, no, that's why I want you guys to give a platform to talk, and because you guys what you do is great. You're great people. I don't just want to put anybody up here and send people to go to people when I don't know them or I don't like them. For instance, I won't say their name, but there's been someone that's reached out to me about in the weirdest possible way. Like if you guys want to, if there's, I'm not talking to you guys, I'm talking to the audience, but like if you guys want to reach out to me in chat, feel free. If you want to be a guest on here, if you want to, or via live stream or podcast or collaborate of any kind, I'm open to it. But there is a process that I do, like a little small vetting process, and where we kind of chat and get to know each other a little bit. But this an individual that is also a camera repair person for Polaroid cameras reached out to me and was angry at me. That was his approach. He was angry that I hadn't contacted him about getting him on a podcast so he can talk about all his work. That's not how you approach anyone, especially me. No. That's I didn't do it, but I almost sent him a meme in reply to that. More like a GIF of from Marvel Endgame when Scarlet Witch tells Thanos hey, you took everything from me, and then Thanos is like, I don't even know who you are. Like, that's exactly what I almost sent to him. Because he was like, when are you gonna give me some meat? He was like angry at me, and then as we were like chatting, it got worse and worse, and then he eventually sent me a link to his, like, an example of his video work that he's done, but it was a link to a Vimeo video that I had to then purchase to watch. Made no sense. It was so strange. I haven't talked to him since, but that's a no. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to put that type of person out in front of my audience. So it's not going to happen. So anyone that I put out there, like we got Film Junkies on here, or anyone else also on the podcast, like, I know, I trust them. They're good people, and I want you, the audience, to learn about them. So that's why I want you guys here, because I think what you're doing is great.
Thank you, man.
You're real individuals. The humbleness is what's really just like drew me to you guys. You're like, I'm like, dude, this is an awesome camera. How do I get one? You're freaking out because I'm just some crazy guy on the internet.
I remember the first time we met. I was freaking out. Yeah, the first time.
On the way there, he's like, I don't know, I'm getting really nervous.
Yeah,
I want to back out.
I almost backed out. I was just like, I'm not doing this shit. No.
Well, I will say it almost didn't happen regardless, because it took me like well over an hour just to find a freaking parking spot, and I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it. I think I'm just gonna bail. Like, I'm just gonna tell him sorry, it didn't work out.
It was a weekend at Griffin Observatory, so yeah,
that place gets busy.
That gets busy.
It's
gotten
gnarly.
Crazier now. It wasn't as bad before, but now they start charging for parking.
Oh yeah, parking was free back then, maybe like 8 years ago.
We used to go all the time.
Yeah, we used to go all the time.
We didn't even know that there was it was gonna be that busy because of the parking. Like I think the whole lot upstairs.
Oh, because there was also a concert too. So
that's what it was.
There was a concert down there too.
That's what it was.
It was it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
No.
Especially for a first timer that's never been there before. I didn't even know if I was in the right place to begin with. So I'm like, where's the observer? I drove up there, all the way up, and a couple of times, and then there was no parking, and then I'd like drive back, and then I heard that there was a shuttle. I think you're the one that told us that there was a shuttle.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find a parking spot to save my life anywhere, and then there was just cars coming and going. The stress level was past 100.
And then we lost signal.
That was the worst part. We lost signal up there.
I was like, how do I contact them?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know these people. Yeah. It was a spur of the moment, random thing anyway. So maybe next time. But no, we made it.
We pulled up and someone was pulling out. We parked right away. It was
oh yeah, we got really lucky with parking.
Nope. It was bad. It was bad for me. But we made it. It was great. I'm glad I went up there for the first time ever anyway. But also to meet you guys. So that was really cool. And yeah, great to have you on here.
Nerve-wracking day.
Before we wrap on up, is there anything else you want to throw in or add before? Where can we find you? Even though we've already kind of talked about that, but anything you want to throw in there?
First, I think we would like to...
could we address something? What? Do you want to address the thing that happened recently? The camera? The review?
Oh, Megan. Miss Megan, if you're listening... I don't just like I can't curse here.
Well, no, we just kind of wanted to say like, we already said, it's just two of us, and I guess be a little mindful, right?
Yeah, especially the camera was going to Canada, right? And we package everything. We always slap fragile stickers on all sides. We always the front of the camera is always gonna have a foam sheet, so. Like, if it bumps, it's not going to scuff the paint or anything. And it's always super bubble wrapped. And there's packing peanuts and then another layer of bubble wrap on top.
Pretty much. We try to do everything on our part so that it doesn't get damaged. But I guess
it went through customs. So the camera, when you ship to another country, it usually goes to customs and they open it just to make sure to verify like what's in there. And I guess it may have gotten damaged. It got a little chip on the paint, just a little chip. But I don't think it was enough for her to like leave a 1-star review. She got her money back.
Yeah, that's the thing. She
got a refund. She got her money back.
We don't do refunds.
Especially on personalized cameras. Like, if it's just for that specific person, we can't resell it. You know what I mean? We can't
repaint it.
Once the paint's on, if I repaint it, it's going to orange peel, and it's a mess. So we typically just no refunds for, like, super personalized cameras.
Yeah.
And this person got her refund. She kept the camera after we asked her to send the camera back.
So that's the thing. So they left a 1-star review and they said that we
pretty much ghosted her.
We ghosted her, that we didn't reply, and that's not true. We work Monday through Friday. Weekends is family day, so usually we don't respond as quickly. So that's what might have happened. And then they asked for a refund. I told them I couldn't do refunds, but if they shipped it back, that we would fix it. That's what I wanted to get to. There's people who have reached out and have said, hey, it got a little chip. Can you guys fix it? Well, of course, ship it back, and we won't charge you anything. Just ship it back, and we'll fix it.
Take care of it. Yeah.
Even if it means that we have to, buy a new part for it or something, we realize, okay.
There's one that got shipped out and it got damaged, and I looked at him, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just remake it for this person. Like, I'm not gonna send them this back. I'm not gonna send this camera back.
So that's the thing. We always try to do our part to make sure you're getting a good camera.
Because I'm like, all right, if I receive this camera, am I gonna like it? Am I gonna be happy with it?
Mm-hmm.
I put myself in the buyer's shoe, because at the end of the day, if you bought it and you didn't like it, you're not gonna be happy with it. You're just, then I'll be pissed too. Like, I don't want this. Like, it's not what I paid for.
Yeah, that really makes sense.
We have resolved a lot of issues like that. I mean not a lot, but like 1 or 2, and we're like,
of course. 2 instances.
Yeah, 2 instances. We're like, of course, send it back, we'll fix it, and we have.
Stuff happens. So it's sucky that some people just don't quite understand. For instance, I was in that same position, but as the other person, like customs issue. I was working with Dennis from Chromatic Parts. He sent me a camera. The customs opened the box and they opened my SX70, right? And then they cut into the bellow of the camera to inspect it. And then if that happens, the camera's ruined. You can't. It's toast. But we worked it out. He was great. He just said, send it back. I'll fix it. But things happen. You have to be understanding of that, especially if you're shipping with customs, through customs, I should say.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
We were excited because it was Canada. We're like, oh, cool. Like, it's a new country for us. We
were excited because that was the first Canada.
And we're just really bummed out afterwards. We're just like, man.
That's the thing. They asked for a refund. We were like, oh, we don't do refunds, but we could fix it. And then they
blocked us. They
unfollowed us, and then they made like a claim with Etsy, and Etsy gave them the full refund.
We're like, all right, send the camera back. Like
if it's that bad, send the camera back.
We'll figure something to do. Yeah, keep your money.
And they kept the camera and the refund. So that's when we're like, okay, was it really that bad if you kept the camera?
Unfortunately, in this world nowadays, especially with buying stuff online, you have, no matter what, they can get their money back. A buyer can just get it back. Like, I dealt with one just recently with I sold my book. I had a book that I sold them for one of my zines, and they put the wrong address apparently. And by the time it got there wasn't an address to deliver to. They messaged me and told me, "Hey, I put the wrong address on there. It's being shipped back to you." I'm like, "Cool, no problem. I'll let you know when it gets back. I'll send it back, no problem." There was some time went by. I hadn't gotten it, so I went ahead and ordered this person a brand new book so I could get it delivered. But they ended up just doing a chargeback on the purchase, but they were like, "Oh, it's no big deal. Let's do the chargeback, and then you can just ship it to me when I get it," type of stuff. And that's just unfortunately how the world works. Anyone for anything can just get their money, regardless of saying I don't do refunds. Majority of people can understand that, especially when they get into it. That's where contracts come in. Maybe that's something you could do, a basic contract
Yeah, it's
and
not a
people
bad
sign.
idea. Something to start off.
Because
Yeah.
I have a
That's
friend
another-
I've got a friend that does puppets and animatronics. Everything's custom. And there's similar to what you're doing, where you're making something specifically for that individual. There's the deposit amount that comes in. This is what he does: a deposit amount, and then there's a contract stating the terms of everything. And then once the product is done and ready to be shipped, the second part of the deposit has to be paid, and then it gets shipped out.
Yep.
And they can still do a chargeback, right, or file or whatever they want to do through their payment processors, regardless of the contract. But the contract helps you in the legal side of it. It's just an extra headache, but you at least have that paperwork to go for it. And then if they're in a whole other country, well, that's also difficult to withhold or bring a contract, because then you have to go to that country, not physically, but like get a proxy to serve them papers. It's a thing. It's a whole thing to go about that. But it helps, sort of. But anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, we just wanted to say, just be mindful. Stuff's gonna happen during shipping, but
There's that, and just want to thank everyone. Like I said earlier, just thank everyone that's been supporting us, that's bought from us, and
you guys made Film Junkies.
Yeah,
really.
pretty much. They're the ones
I think Brian made Film Junkies. He said he did say something.
Brian and Rob.
Yeah, he said the Back to the Future camera from your meeting is mine now. But I don't remember. The Back to the Future one, because we talked about it in the when we first met. I was like, "Ooh, Back to the Future one," and I guess he ended up getting one.
When we first met, that was with the Blockbuster and Grogu.
Yeah.
That was a while back.
You got to see a lot of a few of the releases.
Yeah, before they even came out, you saw a lot of the mock-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you showed me a couple of them. They're pretty sweet.
What else did I want to say? Just that, thank you, and stay tuned for the new exciting stuff coming out next year.
Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what you got cooked up. But thank you so much for coming on. We're gonna wrap it on up. Thank you everyone that watched this live stream, even with the technical hiccups. Hopefully this will be fixed on Monday for the main stream, and that is going to be I shouldn't say mainstream. Typically Mondays is when I stream, but I'm streaming on Monday, but with a guest. We've got Dennis from Chromatic Parts coming in. The stream for that one will be at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because he's in the UK. That's an 8-hour time difference. So he's coming in at 8 p.m. his time, and I'm coming. So it's a noon stream on Monday. Definitely, you guys come check it out. And thank you again, guys. Really appreciate it. And let me roll.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Just hang tight. And I'll see you. We'll chat just after the live stream. But hang tight there. You're going mute. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the live stream. Thank you again for Film Junkies. And I can't wait till the next one. Let's see if it freezes. It's been freezing every single time. We got the credits. They've got the credits rolling. It's not freezing. Things are going well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, get out there, make some art, and go buy some Film Junkies cameras. Links in the description. See you later.